What do you think when you hear of different branches or divisions? Apart from what we have studied in our past episodes, something like when you hear of pharmacy, you hear of Pharmacognosy, you hear of Pharmacoeconomics, you hear of clinical pharmacy, etc., etc. And there are so many more that you have heard and I have heard, and all of these, whatever more important ones that you have heard so commonly, so repeatedly, let's know all of them in today's episode. So let's get started. Welcome all to Is Pharmacology Difficult podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Radhika Vijay, MBBS, MD, Pharmacology, and this is the audio hub to get the best simplified basic tips and strategies, methods, and lots of ideas to learn better, understand better, and make your concepts crystal clear. If you really find, and there's a question hovering in your minds, is pharmacology difficult? Lend me your ears for a while and let in the magic of knowledge. Let us start today's talk about branches of pharmacology with the term Pharmacognosy. It's a study of drug sources, and it also covers the identification of drugs from different sources like plants and drugs of animal origin. Let us get to our next branch for the day, and this is named as Pharmacogenetics. Yes, I know you might have heard so much about it, and it's so much today in vogue that you ought to know about this particular branch. Study of the genetic differences or variation and resulting responses to the drugs or changes in the drug metabolism. That all are covered in pharmacogenetics. Now, these changes in responses or drug metabolism, they can occur at an individual level or they can occur at a population level. Some people may respond too much, some people may respond too less to a drug compared to the other. And this varied sensitivity, it could be used to screen the individuals before the drug therapy. Now, this whole concept, it establishes the ground for the individualized drug therapy. A very good example to quote here is the resulting production of peripheral neuritis in individuals who are slowly acetylating the drug isoniazid, and that is an anti-tubercular drug. And the next one is the development of hepatotoxicity in the individuals who are fast acetylators of the drug isoniazid. Now, another branch that I'm going to talk about next is similar in spelling, it is similar in pronunciation, but all over it's a totally different branch, and it is called as Pharmacogenomics. See how similar it is to Pharmacogenetics, but this is genomics. In this branch, modern genetic or genomic technology is used to explore more of drug features, modification of old drugs, individual drug therapy formulation, screening out the responders from the non-responders, all is done within pharmacogenomics. A very apt means suitable example here to give is of the drug Giftinib. It has a wonderful effect in treatment of cancer of lung, especially in people or individuals which possess tyrosine kinase receptor mutation. That's so weird, no? But it is like that. And then such individuals can be screened before the drug prescription only through the process of genotyping. Now that was a very good description about pharmacogenomics. Next in series, what I want to tell you is about pharmacoeconomics. Now since economics is involved here, it suggests something to do with the cost of the drug or the cost of the therapy. Yes, it does. It deals with the cost of effectiveness of drug therapy and also of the drugs. It's of much importance in elderly people and also in the people that are suffering from HIV disease, AIDS. So that was a brief talk about pharmacoeconomics. Next, let's talk about the practical branches too. As we talk about the practical branches, first and foremost, I want to talk about pharmacy. That is so important. See, if you think pharmacology is all a theoretical thing, then certainly pharmacy is not. Pharmacy deals with the art and science of compounding, preparation of suitable dosage form of drugs. It also covers the dispensing of drugs, and this all effort is done to suitably administer the drugs to the living organisms like humans and animals. A lot many related aspects are also covered in the pharmacy. And what are these? Drug identification, proper selection of drugs, collection of information of drugs or the collection of the drug itself, then its purification, its isolation, standardization, finally quality improvement, quality control, all is covered in pharmacy. And as the era is modernizing, the trends are changing, the hospital pharmacists, they have extensive and detailed knowledge about the drugs, like shelf life of the drugs, preservation of drugs. So these are added on the aspects of pharmacy nowadays. Now don't confuse pharmacy with pharmaceutics. What is pharmaceutics? Of course, I'm going to tell you that. It's a large-scale drug manufacturing process. That's you all need to know. So don't confuse pharmacy with pharmaceutics. Now matching to the pharmacy, yes, a lot of matching, but a totally different description. I'm going to tell you about clinical pharmacy. Now what is clinical pharmacy? In this science discipline, the pharmacists, they provide patient care by optimizing the medication therapy, and all in all their goal is to prevent the disease, promote the health and the well-being. Lastly, I'm going to talk about all over a new branch with a new name, and let's get into the description of biopharmaceutics. Again, don't confuse with pharmaceutics. This is biopharmaceutics. And as the name is suggesting, the therapeutic responses, they are affected in this particular discipline of science by different drug dosages and formulations. Okay, so see, what a totally different branch from pharmaceutics. So know well your pharmacy definition, know well about pharmaceutics, know well about clinical pharmacy, and don't confuse anything with biopharmaceutics. So just count how many branches did we talk about today? See, I gave you 1 second and you couldn't count. Well, I don't boast of that we did innumerable branches today. But yes, we did do quite a few to count on fingers. So be happy, your learning index is getting high day by day. Let's talk about something new in the upcoming episode. Till then, what I want to say to all of you is, for all the updates, latest episodes of my podcast, please visit www.ispharmacologydifficult.com, where you can also sign up for a free monthly newsletter of mine. It actually contains a lot of updates about the medical sciences, drug information, and my podcast updates. Also, you can follow me on different social media handles like Twitter, Insta, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And they all are with the same name as Pharmacology Difficult. If you are listening for the first time, do follow me here, whatever platform you are consuming this episode. Stay tuned. Do rate and review on iTunes, Apple Podcast. Stay safe, stay happy, stay enlightened. Thank you.